Hello and welcome. Today we're going to do another assignment with the new formula y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. This formula is called the point slope form. So let's see some examples. Let's do the first problem in the assignment. So first thing I'm going to do is move the problem to the side by clicking the hand. The problem says the table represents some points on the graph of a linear function. Which equation represents the same relationship? So here I have four multiple choices, and I'm trying to decide which one of these corresponds to this table. So basically, I'll do like the assignment before. I'm going to select 2 points. Doesn't matter which one, so I'm going to select the first one and the second one. Once I select that, I'm going to write over here on the side. So I'm going to type -6, 5 and -1, 3. Then I'm going to label the points x1, y1, x2, y2. Now I can use my formula for slope. So m equals y2 is 3 minus y1 is 5. Press enter. Then on the bottom, I'm going to use x2, so -1, minus x1, which is -6. Now I draw the line. And I do the calculations. 3 minus 5 is -2 over -1. So negative becomes a positive, so -1 plus 6 is 5. And I go ahead and draw the line again. And -2 over 5 equals -2/5. So I'm going to go ahead and draw the rectangle. So I know that my slope is going to be -2/5. When I first look at my multiple choices there, I know it's not going to be letter A nor C because both of them don't have the slope that I found. The slope that I found is -2/5. So I know letter A is not the answer, nor letter C, because they have the wrong slope. Now letter B and letter D have the correct slope. Now I'm going to use the formula y minus y1 equals m x minus x1. There we go. Now, when I try to substitute y1, the slope, and the x1, let's see what happens. So let's go ahead and write y minus y1 is 5 equals, the slope is -2 over 5, and then open parenthesis, x minus x1 in this case is 3. Now when I look at this and I look at my multiple choices, they don't match. I have 5 and 3 over here, and over here I have 1 and 4. Well, don't be alarmed, because when we chose the x1, y1, we chose this point right here. But if we take a closer look here, they have 1 and 4. So they have 1 for y1 and 4 for x1. So if you look over here, if I choose instead this point right here, I might get a better answer that will let me know which one of these two is the correct answer. So let's try that. So what we're going to do is we're going to use 4, 1, and we're going to select this as x1 and this is as y1. So let's go back over here. Instead of y1 being 5, we're going to use y1 as 1. And instead of x1 as 3, we're going to use x1 as 4. So that means my equation is going to be this right here. Now when I compare with my multiple choice, I see that the correct answer will be letter B, because I have -1 and I have -4. So that's my answer. So let's check if it's correct. And if you notice, we got the green light. Okay, so let's go on and try another problem. Here's problem number 2. So first of all, I need to find the slope. But we learned something from the previous problem. When we look at this, we see that the y1 here is being used as 24, and the x1 here is using as 12. So let's look for 12 and 24. So we definitely want to use these guys right here as our x1, y1. And then we can choose another point. It doesn't matter which one. So I'm going to go ahead and choose -4, -4. So for this problem, we're going to select 12, -24. And then we're going to use the other point, -4, -4. On this problem, I'm pre-selecting 12 and 24 as my x1, y1, because I know that my equations here have 24 for y and 12 for x. All right, let's continue. So this would be my x2, and this would be my y2. So we're going to calculate our slope. So our slope is going to be -4 minus -24 over -4 minus 12. And draw the line. And let's do equal. -4 plus 24 is 20 on top. And on the bottom be -4 minus 12 will be minus 16. So let's go ahead and draw the line. And if we put that in the calculator, 20 divided by -16, it will be -5 over 4. So we know that our slope is going to be -5/4. So because of that, we can go ahead and eliminate letter H, because that one has the wrong slope. Now the other three are still possible answers. So now let's see what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and draw a line right here. And we're going to use our formula, y minus y1 equals mx minus x1. Now let's go ahead and plug it in our values. So this will be y minus 24 equals -5 over 4, open parenthesis, x minus 12. Now please remember that a negative here becomes a positive. So make sure that this one is going to become a positive. And if we look over here, our correct answer will be letter G. So click right there. Let's double check. That is the green light. Let's do one more problem. Okay, so let me move my problem right here. The problem says the table represents some points on the graph of a linear function. Which equation represents the same relationship? So same type of problems. Here I have my multiple choices. Here I have my table. I notice that my y and my x is 12 and 13. So I definitely want to use this one as my x1 and my y1. And then let's pick another for the other values. So let's go ahead and pick these ones. So I'm going to go ahead and type points that I chose. So -12, 13, and -1, -9. Label x1, y1, x2, y2. Now, using my formula for slope, negative 9 goes on top, minus 13 over negative 1 minus 12. So negative 9 minus 13 is negative 22 over, and negative 1 plus 12 will be 11. Negative 22 divided by 11 will be negative 2. So we know that our slope is negative 2. We can go ahead and eliminate letter D because the slope right there is positive 2. So we know it's not going to be letter D. Very good. So let's draw a line right here and let's write our formula. Y minus y1 equals m, open parentheses, x minus x1, close parentheses. And on the bottom, we're going to write y minus, now we'll look at y1 is 13, equals, slope is negative 2, open parentheses, x minus negative 12, close parentheses. Now we know that 2 negatives becomes a positive, so these 2 negatives right here will become a positive. So with that, we know that the answer will be letter C. We click right there. Let's check. We got a green light. Thank you very much for your time. I hope this video was helpful. Have a great day. Bye-bye.